You are listening to KLRN Radio, where liberty and reason still reign.
All writers are prone to becoming so attached to our characters and stories that we struggle to see why a passage may not be working. It takes another set of eyes to help us nurture our writing to full maturity. At Black Wolf Editorial Services, we strive to enable writers to develop and grow, shaping stories into masterpieces that can stand the test of time. Editing services are provided for all genres and all age categories. Services range from critiques of the short story through to the line edits of the full-length novel and copy editing for those preparing for publication. We also offer assistance on generating a writer's bio for your websites, as well as help with those book blurbs and promotional material. We won't abandon you to the masses. We want to celebrate with you in your successes. Black Wolf Editorial Services, nurturing your writing into maturity. For a full list of services and prices, visit us at blackwolfeditorial.com.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control over your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank account, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problems now by calling the experts at Tax Mediation Services and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. Tax Mediation Services is accredited by the Better Business Bureau. Call now for a free case review and a price protection guaranteed quote.
Call Tax Mediation Services now at 800-610-9050. That's 800-610-9050. 800-610-9050.
KLRN Radio has advertising rates available. We have rates to fit almost any budget. Contact us at advertising@klrnradio.com.
This is Slickery Trigger for Rebel Road Tactical. With proper care and feeding, your pistol will be ready when you need it, there to save your life. Shouldn't your gear be that good? Whether you need a holster for comfortable everyday carry or a tough-as-nails holster for your next training course, Rebel Road Tactical has what you need. Check us out on the web at rebelroadtactical.com.
Tired of paying outrageous prices for Viagra? Well, we have great news for you. Now you can finally get Viagra at huge discounts. Healthy Man allows you to save up to $500 on Viagra. Why pay U.S. pharmacy prices of $15 per pill or more when you can get Viagra for less than $3 a pill? Call today and get 40 Viagra pills for only $99. This can cost as much as $600 at your local pharmacy. You can't afford not to call us. If you want Viagra at the lowest prices, never pay $15 a pill pharmacy prices again. Get Viagra for less than $3 a pill. Call 1-800-516-7602 today and save up to $500 and get 40 pills for just $99. Healthy Man is fast, easy, and affordable. Operators are waiting at 1-800-516-7602 to take your call right now. Call 1-800-516-7602. That's 1-800-516-7602. Again, 1-800-516-7602.
Defending liberty 1 hour at a time and broadcasting live from the RWB Network studios in New York City, this is the Ryno Report. Always right.
You want answers. I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
I've now been in 57 states. I think one left to go.
We are going to raise taxes on the middle class.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
You are very rude.
We are going to make America great again.
USA! USA! USA!
Fellow Americans, let's roll.
And now, here's your host, the Rhino.
There's a new sheriff in town. Hello. I am the Rhino, and this is my report. Today, Tuesday, January 31st, 2017. And we are coming to you from the RWB Network Studios here in a somewhat snowy New York. So, imagine, if you will, getting divorced 10 times. Now imagine the financial, not to mention emotional impact that would have on you. Now imagine after getting divorced 10 times, you still have 120 wives. Welcome to the life of Muslim cleric Muhammad Abu Bakr. Or at least it was until he died recently at the ripe old age of 92 years old. The Nigerian cleric left behind over 200 kids and dozens of widows. Abu Bakr said it was his divine mission to keep marrying. He seduced most of these women when they came to him for healing. Just one more reason to support Trump's immigration ban. All right, let's get to today's headlines. First, President Trump may have to work with a skeleton crew for a little while. Democrats are refusing to participate in Senate committee votes in order to hold up the confirmation of Trump cabinet picks. Has this gone beyond sour grapes, and could it actually affect the safety of millions of Americans? Also, Acting Attorney General Sally Yates is now just plain old unemployed Sally Yates. Within minutes of refusing to uphold President Trump's executive order, Yates was replaced by somebody equally as qualified, even if he may have a slightly smaller Adam's apple. And as we enter day 11 of Donald Trump's presidency, just how many check marks are there on his first 100-day plan outlined in his contract with the American voter? We've been keeping score. And in our game, only the winner gets a trophy. All that plus the calmest U.S. Senator is ready to lose his cool. We also await Trump's Supreme Court picks, and we'll go over the two supposed frontrunners. And who do Americans want to win the Super Bowl? We have a poll to share with you. But first, let's kick this show off the same way we always do, with a salute to our country with the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, guys, we have a lot to get to today, but you know the drill. Check out RynoReport.com. RynoReport.com. The new articles, a few up there by Robert and Tina. Got to check those out. Got to check out the new Ryno rants as well as sign up for the newsletter. And you got to follow me on Twitter at Ryno, R-Y-N-O, on air. And you got to email me questions, concerns, comments, whatever you got. Ryno, R-Y-N-O, at rwbnetwork.com. We'll be right back.
Experience a luxury boutique hotel escape in the heart of Laguna Beach, California, with the finest art gallery, shopping, dining, and nightlife just steps from your door. The heart of Laguna Beach, the edge of the sea. It's the Inn at Laguna Beach. Enjoy our comfortable rooms, blending the style of a timeless beach bungalow with the modern comforts of today. 70 newly appointed guest rooms and suites await you at the Inn at Laguna Beach. Then, relax at the rooftop bar, where you'll indulge in breathtaking views of the ocean. For dining, you'll find libations and local cuisine on the California coastline, including dining at the legendary Las Brisas, a Southern California landmark. The Inn at Laguna Beach, footsteps from Rome to village to sea, located in the heart of Laguna Beach. The Inn is within walking distance of all that Laguna Beach has to offer. No car required. The Inn at Laguna Beach, 211 North Coast Highway in Laguna Beach, California. Call 800-544-4479 or visit innatlagunabeach.com.
All right, guys, welcome back to this Tuesday edition of the Ryno Report. Big shout out to everyone listening, Red Nation Rising Radio, Streaming Talk Radio, KLRN Radio, and of course, newly on Western Free Press, their streaming radio stuff going on there, very cool, and everybody on CRNTalk.com or on the CRN app, which you got to download from your iTunes or Google Play Store. You got to do it. If you haven't done it already, do it right now. Right now. This first story, Muslim cleric dies, 93 years old, had 120 wives, or 130 wives, 200 children, leaving dozens of widows. Gosh, I can't imagine why we wouldn't, want some of these folks in our country. People going to him looking for help. Women are going, they're looking for spiritual healing. And he's convincing them to marry him. Back in 2008, there was this consortium of Muslim preachers who were trying to convince this guy, listen, this is not the call of Allah. Yeah, it's not what he's saying here. And at the time, he had 86 wives. This was 2008. He had 86 wives. They said, okay, listen, we got to compromise here. If you divorce 82 of them, we'll let you keep 4. Let you keep 4 wives. Jesus, 1 sounds like way more than enough to me. But 4. They gave him 48 hours. He did not acquiesce. In fact, he told the BBC, a man with 10 wives would collapse and die. But my own power is given by Allah. That is why I've been able to control 86 of them. Did you hear the vernacular here, the nomenclature? I've been able to control 86 of them, coming from a Muslim cleric. 93 years old, he died. I'm not sure what's in the will here. How are they going to parse this thing up? Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I wanted to talk a little bit about something we've been talking about since November 8th. Since November 8th, we've been trying to go over the numbers. Donald Trump won here, and Hillary Clinton won there, and this is why he won, and this is why she lost. There's 15 reasons why he won. There's 115 reasons why she lost. But it doesn't hurt to go over something that we really haven't talked about that much in terms of the numbers. I saw an article today on the Daily Caller. I like Daily Caller. Good website, good information. It's in my top 10, maybe, favorite websites. There's an article here by Rachel Stoltzfus. So you got to check this out. I tweeted it out earlier today. It's a short one. It's not one of these 15-page Politico articles, which you have to take a half an hour to read them. It's pretty short. It cuts right to the point. Donald Trump won. This is it. What this is. This is her response. How you are going to respond to the people who say Hillary Clinton should be the president because she won the popular vote. And of course, the response has been to this point, well, that's just not the way we do business. Everybody knew the rules of the game before they started playing it. The rules haven't changed. They've always been the same. Which, subsequently enough, is why I'm not all that mad about Cal exit. Take your 55 electoral votes with you. I'll help you pack them. But it's just a few more numbers here. Trump won 2,626 counties in this country. Hillary won 487. He won 2,200 more counties than she did, which is an all-time low. Barack Obama had the previous basement number of 689, which he got in 2008. That was the lowest number of counties by a winner of the presidential election. So she's 200 below that. Half of the 3 million plus votes she has on Trump, popular votes. And we'll take out the illegal stuff. Some reports say there were 3 million illegal votes. Some say 800,000. It depends on where you look. But let's take those out. Half of them, 1.5 million, came from the 5 counties that make up New York City. That's Manhattan, the Bronx, Queens, Brooklyn, and Staten Island. Now, most of them did not come from Staten Island. Staten Island is a largely lean right. It's the only lean right borough of New York City, and that's rather recent. Queens, 90% go to Clinton. Manhattan, 90% go to Clinton. The Bronx, 90% go to Clinton. But half of them came from there. The other half came from California. So Trump also managed to flip 200 counties that went Obama in 2012. Clinton flipped just 30 counties that went Romney in 2012. This is a good article. You got to give it a look. Because this illustrates why we have the Electoral College. You can't let New York City, LA, San Francisco, and Miami pick the president. It just doesn't work that way. And if you like it to work that way, if you want to go for a popular vote scenario, there are plenty of countries out there you can go to, and they'll take you. They don't have a ban on American travelers. Go there. They'll welcome you with open arms. They'll tax the snot out of you, and they won't really care what you say because they're big-time socialist countries. Good article. Got to read this, though. I know. We've been talking about this for a while. Who won, why they won, the different reasons, and was it the silent voter? Was it Hillary Clinton falling on her face in a van? What was it? What was the reason? The reason is clear as day if you look at this article. 2,626 counties in this country voted for Trump. This is a red Trump country. You're looking at these riots or protests or whatever you want to call them at the airports. It's such a small minority of people. It's tiny. It's almost insignificant, inconsequential how small the number is. But they're vocal. And this isn't a different group than the snowflakes. I've heard people say, oh, it's the snowflakes, they're out protesting. It's not really the snowflakes. It didn't look like a big snowflake crowd to me. I didn't see any therapy dogs. I didn't see hot cocoa being passed out. I didn't see Play-Doh being played with. It's a different group, a much smaller group, actually, if you want to think about it. A group that didn't care about what the average family was doing that day, that may had to go travel. Maybe they had to go away on business. Maybe they had to go away on vacation. Maybe they had to see a sick relative. It didn't matter. They wanted to mob the airport. Most of them never even reading the executive order. In fact, I'm not even sure Sally Yates read the executive order. Because if you read her response, there was nothing legal in there. It was not, she was not questioning the legality of it. She was giving her own opinion. It was like an op-ed article. All right, we'll go over that. Plus Trump's first 100 days. We'll sum it up to day 11 already. Hang in there, guys.
Mortgage rates are at all-time lows. If you have not refinanced your current mortgage in the last few years, you could be losing thousands of dollars a year by paying too high of an APR. And the place to call is LendingTree to find out how low you can go. We can match you with lenders offering some of the lowest rates APRs available. Some APRs are lower than 3%. Imagine how much money you can save every month if your current mortgage is at 6% or higher. And all it takes is one free call to LendingTree to match you with a lender who may be able to lower your current home mortgage rate. Learn how to potentially save thousands by refinancing your current mortgage. Call LendingTree right now. NMLS 1136.
800-628-5067. 800-628-5067. 800-628-5067. That's 800-628-5067.
What are you going to do with your old car? You can try selling it, you could junk it, or you could donate it to Heritage for the Blind. Your car will be towed away for free, and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-785-9618. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats. It doesn't matter if your vehicle runs or not. It will be towed away for free, and you'll be supporting those that need help. Heritage for the Blind is a nonprofit organization that helps the visually impaired live fuller lives. Call right now to donate your car, and as a special thank you for calling, you'll receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to many exciting locations. Call Heritage for the Blind right now, 1-800-785-9618. Donating is easy, and your vehicle is towed away for free. Plus, you'll get a free vacation voucher. Call now, 1-800-785-9618. That's 1-800-785-9618.
Come to Angelo's and Vinci's Restaurante in Fullerton, California for our sizzling party savings. Book your wedding event or reception, your birthday bash, or a special event of any kind and celebrate at Angelo's and Vinci's. Come to Angelo's and Vinci's and celebrate in one of our many festive banquet rooms. It's an incredible fun event you'll never forget. Food, music, and lots of fun. Call for the details, and don't forget our daily lunch and dinners, plus our Sunday champagne brunch. Just $14.95. Minestrone soup, sausage and peppers, pastas, chicken dishes, salads, scones, and muffins. Plus so much more, a chocolate fondue fountain, Zeblis, cannolis, fresh fruit, champagne, and Junior will be waiting to make the omelet of your choice from our omelet bar. Angelo's and Vinci's has been voted on the Orange County Hot List as one of the top 5 Italian restaurants for the past 6 years. And don't forget our award-winning pizzas. Thin or thick, they're yummy. It's all at Angelo's and Vinci's Restaurante at 550 North Harbor Boulevard in Fullerton, California. Call 714-879-4022, 714-879-4022.
All right, guys, welcome back to this Tuesday edition of the Ryno Report. It's a snowy New York over here. The weatherman said this morning, chance of flurries. Chance of flurries. I mean, it's not a lot, but it's like 3 or 4 inches. I mean, that could really ruin your day. If you're expecting a chance of flurries and you get in your little Prius, that's how they sound. You get in the Prius, and all of a sudden you're spinning down the Southern State Parkway. That makes a big difference to you. Luckily, I don't drive cars like this. Is that even a car? Can you even call it a car? It's like a scooter. It's like a step above a razor scooter. All right, we're not talking about the weather. It's not a weather show, not a sports show. I could do either one, but it's neither one right now. I'm loving every minute so far of what's going on. I know a lot of people are. Some people are a little, they're iffy. They're on the edge. They like it. They don't like it. Some people totally against what's happening. Me, I'm good. I'm good. And everyone, the executive orders, he's ruling with a pen. This is nothing new, guys. Every 4 years we say this. Every 4 years. Flurry of executive orders. We have a dictator in the White House. What did we do? Happens every 4 years. In fact, the people voted for Donald Trump to do exactly what he's doing right now. Mainstream media didn't think for a second that he would do all of the things he promised to do. They said there's no way. Because there's no way their candidate would have been able to do it. Let's just imagine for a second. Let's go back to La La Land. And let's say Bernie Sanders didn't get totally screwed by the DNC. He probably wins the primaries. He's probably the candidate. I don't think he would have won. I don't think it would have been close. I think it would have been close until the last couple of debates, the last month. And then people go, whoa, socialism? No, I don't think so. We're not crazy. 75% tax rate, and that's a negotiated down from 90? No, definitely not. But they knew no matter what Hillary or Bernie wanted to do, it would have had to come via executive fiat. Because they didn't control the House and they weren't going to get the Senate, it wouldn't have mattered. So they could say whatever they wanted, they just couldn't do everything legislatively. They would have had to use the pen and the phone. Here we go again. See, Donald Trump, most of what he's done to this point are memorandums. Just acting on law that's already in place. And when people are freaking out about this travel ban, the mainstream media, Democrats, Chuck Schumer, Nancy Pelosi, they are so willing to gamble with your life. If you look at the people that came into this country, foreign nationals that came into this country last weekend, 325,000 people came in via plane. 109 got delayed a little bit. Would you inconvenience 109 foreign nationals to save the country? I would. I'll take it a step further. I'd inconvenience 300,000 of them to make sure that an American citizen is safe. I would delay 325,000 of them. And then you heard the report, right? There was a kid. He was 4 years old. 4 years old. He was delayed. They had to make sure he wasn't a terrorist. And mainstream media losing their mind. A 4-year-old. What problem could a 4-year-old be? They gave more coverage to a 4-year-old delayed in an airport than an 8-year-old boy killed by refugees in Boston during the Boston Marathon bombing. Inexcusable. Totally inexcusable. This is why mainstream media is no longer the keeper of information. People are turning them off, or if they're on the background, no one's paying attention. They have shown their colors. And yes, if you have to inconvenience people to make sure they are safe, there is nothing wrong with that. What? You have this guy, Chris Murphy, Senator Murphy out of Connecticut. He wants to let everybody in, and then take everyone's guns away. What is the end result? What is the end game here? I'm waiting to hear it. Tell me how that possibly works out in our favor. And then you have the people with the crying Statue of Liberty. You know what? Go get a history book. That statue wasn't even meant for us. It's a symbol we use. It was not even meant for us. Get a history book. Learn your history. Read the Constitution before you go spouting off like an idiot. Donald Trump is following through with what he said he would do. He's following through with what the people voted for. They voted for a ban on Muslim immigration, on refugees coming here. Let's just pump the brakes for a second. Do we have to have another 9/11? Is that what has to happen? Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. We'll be right back, guys.
Hey guys, Ryan the Ryno DeSico here for my friends at Liberty Health Share. If your healthcare has become a burden and you're worried about being stuck for another year, listen up, because you do have options. Liberty Health Share could be the solution to your problem. Open enrollment is here, and this could be your chance to free yourself from insurance. Take this opportunity and join Liberty Health Share. You can finally be in control and have freedom when it comes to your healthcare. Liberty Health Share offers an entirely open network, which means you choose your own doctors and you choose your own hospitals. Liberty Health Share offers freedom from insurance, meaning there are no related tax penalties. To find out how you can easily make the change, call Liberty Health Share today at 855-585-4237 or visit their website at libertyhealthshare.org. That's libertyhealthshare.org. Do it today.
The smartest way for you to get the lowest prices on your plane tickets, domestic or international, is to call SmartFares first or last, but you've got to call us before you book your plane tickets. Fly anywhere in the world, fly anywhere in the U.S., and SmartFares can save you up to 75% on your plane tickets. We have the lowest airline ticket prices on over 500 airlines, and you've got a great 12-hour free cancellation window. Plus, with our live agent help, you can always get fast help and fast answers. So on your next trip, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, how about right now? Pick up your phone and call SmartFares, plus save up to 75% on your plane reservation. So call right now. 800-915-2644. 800-915-2644. 800-915-2644. 800-915-2644.
Let me take just a moment or two, if I may, and talk about a great place to eat. That's right, for you folks anywhere in the eastern San Fernando Valley, drop into Bob's Big Boys. That's right, in Sun Valley at 8274 Sunland Boulevard. Now, everybody remembers the name Bob. They're getting bigger and bigger every day. Little old Bob carrying the hamburger in his checkered overalls is the same Bob that you remember from back through the years. And, of course, if you want to go in for a great lunch, remember their classic burger, the original double-deck hamburger combination. Delicious 100% pure ground beef in 2 patties with American cheese, lettuce, and our famous Big Boy special sauce. The name is Bob, and I think when you go in, you'll say, by golly, I'm sure glad that I found this restaurant because it's good for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. They've got all kinds of things, and all you have to do is remember. Bob's Big Boy in the Sun Valley at 8274 Sunland Boulevard. It's a great place to eat.
For the getaway of your dreams, come to Hawaii's Playground, Ka'anapali Beach Resort, on the fun side of Maui, where the world comes to play. Find your spot on Ka'anapali Beach with 3 miles of white sand, 12 resort properties, 2 golf courses, and 2 shopping centers. Enjoy the playground of Hawaii's ancient royalty. Ka'anapali Beach Resort is Hawaii's original master plan destination resort and home of the Hawaii Food and Wine Festival. With views of 2 neighboring islands, you can breathe in the land's natural beauty from your favorite resort or golf fairway. Come experience Ka'anapali's own special brand of Hawaiian hospitality with world-class dining, relaxing resorts, water sports, and activities of every kind. For romantic, family, and great friend getaways, discover the options of Ka'anapali Beach Resort, where the world comes to play. Plan your getaway today. Visit Ka'anapaliResort.com. That's KAANAPALI Resort.com.
Ryno Report. Lots to cover today. Check out all the old episodes, iTunes, TuneIn, Spreaker, Stitcher, Podbean, iHeartRadio, or RynoReport.com. They're all right there. Check them out. Or you can actually go to the CRN webpage, crntalk.com, and they have the podcast right there. So all the old episodes, they're there, and a little daily show description is there as well. So if you're not sure which one you want to listen to, if pickers are being choosers, you can read the description, and you can figure out which one is your favorite. I know which ones are my favorites. So the Democrats, they get in line behind each other. This has nothing to do with keeping you safe. This has everything to do with all the reasons why Donald Trump got elected. People are tired of them doing nothing. They don't care about your safety. They are trying to change the demographics of this country so that they can win again, because they've done nothing but lose. They're a bunch of losers. That's what they are. Let's call a spade on this one. They are losers. They've lost 900 electoral seats in the last 8 years. Barack Obama has been our country's #1 gun salesman for 8 years. Everything they want to do is a losing proposition. Well, if they don't like what we're doing, let's just change the demographics of the country. Who cares if a few innocent people get hurt? Who cares about an 8-year-old boy getting blown up by shrapnel in Boston? Who cares about the people in Pulse nightclub? Who cares about the lady in Moore, Oklahoma getting beheaded? Who cares? Let's just change the demographics. Open the borders, let them in. They line up behind each other. And it has nothing to do with doing what's best for our country. It has to do with doing what's best for them. Look at Sally Yates yesterday, the now unemployed Sally Yates. She didn't challenge the executive order on a constitutional basis. She wrote up a diatribe of why she didn't like it. That's not what an acting attorney general does. It's all about politicizing everything. Everything. It's not about the political correctness anymore. That's where a lot of this started. A lot of it started there. You go back 20 years ago, they want to change names of teams, right? That's where a lot of this got going. It got traction. People go, yeah, you know what? That's insensitive. I don't care about being insensitive anymore. I do not care. If holding up 109 people to make sure they are clear to come in this country is insensitive, I don't care. Hold up every single one of them. What I care about is the family trying to get on an airplane to go visit their sick grandmother in Sheboygan but they can't get through the terminal because all these morons are standing in the way, and they do it under the guise of the First Amendment. They protect themselves. They wrap themselves in it unless you question them. Then they can't back up far enough away from it. People are losing their minds right now. Media is losing their minds. And Donald Trump is plugging along. He's doing what he said he would do regardless. Can you imagine? Imagine any U.S. senator. I don't care who you think the best is. Imagine if they signed this order banning travel for 90 or 120 days from certain countries. Forget about Jimmy Carter, 1980, Democrat. Doesn't matter. We don't have to remember that. Forget about Obama with Iraq. Doesn't matter. We don't have to remember that because they were Democrats. Take your favorite Republican senator. They are president. They sign this order. There's the backlash on Saturday night at the airports. What happens Sunday morning? It's rescinded. It's gone. They get scared. They head for the hills. Donald Trump said, let's keep going. Let's see what else we can do to piss people off. Because he's pissing off such a small contingent of the population. Very, very small. If you look at the protesters out in Portland, Oregon, they were arresting hundreds of protesters. And then there was a report by the local TV station out there. More than half of them didn't vote. These are not voters. They're not active. They're not engaged. They're anarchists. They want to be part of something. It's like the hippie movement all over again, except they actually voted. These people, they don't care. They just want to be involved in mayhem. Look at these executive orders. And he's doing exactly what he said he would do. An order instructing agencies that whatever they introduce as a new regulation, they must first abolish two others. Well, that's Section 1, Part 3 of Donald Trump's contract with America. Lobbying, banning lobbyists, 5-year ban, and then a lifetime ban. That's Section 1, Parts 4, 5, and 6 of Donald Trump's contract with the American voter. A 100-day suspension of refugee program, 90-day travel ban. Iraq, Iran, Syria, Libya, Yemen, Somalia, Sudan. Part 3, Section 5 of Donald Trump's contract with the American voter. Keystone Pipeline, Dakota Access Pipeline. 2-5 and 6. He's doing what he said he would do in the first 100 days. I can read it off. A notice that the U.S. will begin withdrawing from the Trans-Pacific Partnership. Well, that's Section 2, Part 2. That's in there. Hiring freeze on federal workers. Section 1, Part 2. Easing regulatory burdens on Obamacare. That's part of his Repeal and Replace Obamacare Act on page 2 of the contract with the American voter. Securing the border. That's part of End Illegal Immigration Act, page 2 of the contract with the American voter. He's doing what he said he would do. All of these things do two things. They make us safe, and they make us prosperous. Now, for some of these people protesting, the prosperity has not kicked in soon enough. They want the $100,000 in their pocket tomorrow. And you know what? If you gave them that money, they would shut up. They would just shut up. It's like Occupy Wall Street. They had no message. There was nothing there. They were talking about aliens. They had nothing going on upstairs. They just wanted to camp out in Zuccotti Park for a couple of months. I bet if you gave each one of them $500,000, they would have cleared out awfully quickly. Awfully quickly. All right, when we come back, we'll talk about what Donald Trump might do when it comes to this Paris Climate Treaty. Looks like it's going to be deep six. Hang in there, guys. We'll be right back.
You experiencing pain? Back pain, shoulder, elbow, or hand pain? Pain from a sports injury? If so, schedule a visit with Dr. Michael Sheps, the leading expert in laser therapy for pain management. Call 310-873-4422 or go to drsheps.com. Experience Epic T, the breakthrough laser therapy system that Dr. Sheps developed to make you pain-free in less time. Laser therapy is a non-invasive, safe, and effective in-office procedure that penetrates deep into your skin without damaging the tissue. It perfectly targets areas of pain to promote fast, natural healing. Relax your muscles, ease muscle spasms, joint stiffness, and arthritis pain while increasing blood circulation. For over 25 years, Dr. Sheps has helped Olympic athletes and sports enthusiasts alike get back in the game. Schedule your visit with Dr. Sheps at his Brentwood office in California. Call 310-873-4422 or visit drsheps.com. That's DRSHEPS.com. 310-873-4422.
When you really want Italian food, really good Italian food, you've got to go to Columbo's. Columbo's Italian Steakhouse and Jazz Club, Colorado Boulevard, Eagle Rock. It's that little neighborhood place you wish was down the street from you. Why? Well, here's a couple of reasons. Value. You get a lot for your money along with a load of deliciousness. You're not eating corporate food. Columbo's is family owned and faithful to their long-held family recipes. We're talking service that's never fawning. You'll never get, "Hi, I'm Jennifer. I'll be your server tonight." Please. Jazz every night. Sizzling steaks, luscious fish entrees, yummy Italian specialties, and the world's greatest meatballs. Need I say more? Oh, I will. Value, deliciousness, Italian family specialties, friendly service. Columbo's. Yes! That little neighborhood place you wish was down the street from you. Columbo's. Manja.
All right, guys, welcome back to the Tuesday edition of the Ryno Report. We are running out of time. We're getting carried away with the contract of the American voter. The first 100 days, we're on day 11. He's completed 60% of this thing on day 11. This is what you get when you put a businessman in charge of the largest business in the world, the U.S. government. And the Democrats, they just don't get it. They're willing to sacrifice you for the cause. They'll sacrifice every single American if they have to, just for their cause of gaining power. They'd rather rule nobody and be in power than have to agree with somebody, than have to compromise with somebody. It's been a crazy 11 days. And then tonight we have the Supreme Court pick coming. They say it's down between one or two people. But you know, Donald Trump, it could always be like somebody else, like somebody out of left field. All of a sudden he's like, tonight my Supreme Court pick is Judge Judy. That's who we're picking, Judge Judy. I mean, it could be anybody. Say it's between, I forget the two guys' names now, but they're, I got them right here. Hold on, we're ready. You have Neil Gorsuch, he's the 10th Circuit, and Thomas Hardiman of the 3rd Circuit. Both of these guys, both of them were confirmed to their federal posts unanimously. One was like 96-0, and the other one was a voice vote. But the Democrats will come in and they'll say that was a different time. It was a different era. Things have changed. Oh, you know. There's a good possibility that McConnell is going to have to exercise, you guys know the term, the nuclear option. Bring it down from 60 to 51 to get people confirmed. These judges, anyway. That only works, in my opinion, if you get to appoint another one or two. Because if you bring it down to 51, and by some reason, maybe Canada hacks the next election, and whatever dopey Democrat is running, and they win, now you're down to 51, and Trump only got to appoint one. Now you're going to see Ginsburg resign. They're going to be dropping like flies. Dropping like Scalia did. No investigation, no nothing. and they'll get 2 or 3. So it's dangerous pool you're playing with the nuclear option. It's biting Democrats in the butt now with the Senate confirmation hearings. Chucky Schumer, this guy is out. He's did a rally with like Pelosi yesterday or something, and the microphone, he's everywhere. The microphone didn't work, or it was just tired of listening to him, and it didn't turn on. He's everywhere because he knows that they made a huge mistake. The nuclear option was a tremendous mistake. But he's in front of the camera, and he's getting some support, mainly from those on his team already. We'll see. At 8 o'clock tonight, that's when we're going to announce Thomas Hardiman or Neil Gorsuch. I think I heard someone say Neil Gorsuch is maybe the one that's the front runner. But you can't tell. Like I said, it could be Judge Judy, Judge Mills Lane. It could be anybody. It doesn't have to be one of these two. I nominate Ryno. Ryno's the judge. Boom, I'm there. I wouldn't take that. You got to wear that cape or whatever. You don't even have superpowers. You got to wear a cape and no superpowers. Where's the fun in that? Let's go back to Sally Yates. We're just so far off topic today. Let's go back to Sally Yates. This was crazy. What happened? She says she's not going to enforce the order. She writes a small, tall tale. It was like an Aesop fable. And then about 25 minutes later, Trump goes, oh, by the way, you're fired. Who didn't see that coming a mile away? And that was the get me the heck out of here. She did not want to stay on as the acting attorney general. She couldn't wait to get out of there. All of her friends are gone. She has no friends. Democrats have no friends unless they're around their same people and their donors and people who can mooch off of them and leech off of them. That's their friends. So she had no friends. She had to go. Then you have the Democrats saying, oh, it's like the Saturday Night Massacre from Richard Nixon. Where do they come up with this stuff? Like, they must just have a think tank of baboons trying to Google stuff and make these loose connections. There is nothing to compare the two. I don't even want to say why one was one and one is the other, because you can't put them in the same sentence. They are incomparable. You cannot compare the two of them. Everyone's mad. Chuck Schumer's mad. Senator Leahy's mad. Pelosi's mad. Why did they get rid of her? Saturday Night Massacre. Chuck Schumer called it the Monday Massacre or something. The only massacre was him crying. Remember him crying on, was it Sunday?
This executive order was mean-spirited and un-American.
Mean-spirited, un-American. Chuck Schumer. What a dope. Get out the Kleenex. Your reign of terror's over there, Chucky boy. It's over. Try as you might. Donald Trump wins. America wins. All right. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit about what's going on with these cabinet picks, just very, very briefly. You have Mayor de Blasio in New York City saying drunk driving, not a big deal. Not a big deal. No worries. Mad wasn't real happy about that. And one of the leaders of a protest in Portland, Oregon, well, he's a grimy dirtbag sex offender, and now he's going to jail. Hang in there, guys. You're listening to the Ryno Report, defending liberty 1 hour at a time, part of the RWB Network.
Hey, Fred Dreyer and I are really enjoying Blue Apron. Blue Apron, the number one fresh ingredient and recipe delivery service in the country. They deliver the food. They give you the recipes. Everything is fresh. It's sourced fresh. It's all great, wonderful cooking. You go out and spend $30 or more going to dinner, $10 a person, and you dine with your family. Go and make the meals together. It's affordable, as I said, about $10 a person per meal. It's got variety. You can customize recipe. It's easy. It's guaranteed. And here's the special deal. You can get your first 3 meals free with free shipping if you go to their website. That's blueapron.com/dryer, D-R-Y-E-R. Again, your first 3 meals free. You get free shipping. Just go to blueapron.com blueapron.com/dryer, D-R-Y-E-R. I love how good it is. It feels good. It tastes good. It's blueapron.com/dryer, D-R-Y-E-R. blueapron.com/dryer. Check it out today.
This is Larry Minetti for Herpanasin, the acne medication that really works from the inside out. If you suffer from skin problems, Herpanasin is the most unique and effective formula on the market. It cleans your skin from the inside out and gets rid of all kinds of acne and blemishes on your back, neck, and your face. It works so well, you can look and feel like a movie star. Herpanasin, a natural supplement created by Dr. Wayne Diamond. You take a pill, and that's it. I've been on these supplements, and they really work, folks. Don't be afraid to look in the mirror ever again. Get Herpanasin today. Call 888-467-4200. That's 888-467-4200. Herpanasin, it really works. 888-467-4200. Tell them Larry Minetti told you to call and look and feel like $1 million with Herpanasin. Call 888-467-4200.
This is a national healthcare alert from the Health Hotline. If you have severe knee or back pain and you have Medicare or private insurance, we have great news. Finally, there's a way to reduce your pain without surgery or taking medications. Call us today and learn how you can qualify to get a pain-relieving knee or back brace at little or no cost to you. We'll even ship your brace for free. If you have excruciating knee or back pain and you have Medicare or private insurance, don't wait. You may qualify to immediately receive a pain-relieving, nearly invisible knee or back brace at little or no cost to you. I've used one, they're comfortable, and they work, and we guarantee your happiness. So call right now and get yours. I promise, we're here to take your call. Thank you.
800-290-0759. 800-290-0759. 800-290-0759. That's 800-290-0759.
So you've missed the healthcare deadline and don't have any form of healthcare? Liberty HealthShare has the answer. Liberty HealthShare offers an affordable healthcare option that allows Americans to enroll any time of the year. For those of you who have already enrolled but just aren't satisfied with what you've chosen, there's still hope. Liberty HealthShare allows Americans to control, manage, and direct their health care, yet still be in good standing with the Affordable Care Act. Members are exempt from the tax penalty and mandates imposed on individuals for not having health care insurance, thus giving you freedom from insurance. Liberty HealthShare empowers their members by giving them the ability to choose any doctor or hospital across the nation. Memberships are for individuals, couples, and families, offering a variety of options to best suit an individual's medical needs. If you're a freedom-loving American like myself, looking for contract-free health care, then this is for you. For more information on how to enroll at any time of the year, call 855-585-4237 or visit libertyhealthshare.org to request a free estimate. Do it today.
This is Jeff Carlisi from the Band 38 Special. Let us never forget that police lives matter.
You're listening to the Ryno Report, always right, on the RWB Network.
The Republicans want to repeal it. You know, they actually, with a straight face, say that the Great Recession was caused by too much regulation on Wall Street. They actually say that. You know, I remember when, you know, I've supported my husband through all of his races in Arkansas. And one of my favorite political ads of all time was a radio ad, rural Arkansas, where the announcer said, wouldn't it be great if somebody running for office said something, we could have an immediate reaction as to whether it was true or not? Well, we've trained this dog. And the dog, if it's not true, he's going to bark. And then the dog was barking on the radio. And so, you know, people were like barking at each other for days after that. I'm trying to figure out how we can do that with the Republicans. You know, we need to get that dog and follow them around, and every time they say these things, like, oh, you know, the Great Recession was caused by too much regulation. You know, I think we could cut right through a lot of their, you know, their claims.
All right. segment of today's Tuesday edition of the Ryno Report. Check out all the old episodes, iTunes, TuneIn, Spreaker, Stitcher, Podbean, and iHeartRadio. Everywhere. Everywhere you are, we are. We are omnipresent on the interweb or something like that. Orrin Hatch, Senator Orrin Hatch out of Utah, where they don't let you have 130 wives, but you can have a few. He's not real happy. This guy is so even-keeled. The Democrats are pissing him off so bad because they are just not showing up to these committee hearings, because if not one of them shows up, they can't have the committee vote, and then they can't go to the Senate for the full confirmation vote on these cabinet picks. And he says, listen, I think they ought to stop posturing because they're acting like idiots. I'm very disappointed in this kind of crap. Let's not treat people like this. And he's right, and if he's referencing what happened in 2009, Obama got what he wanted. Give Donald Trump what he wants. Stop standing in the way. This is what he campaigned against. Just blockades set up all around Washington to stop progress. You know, the progressives like to stop real progress. Orrin Hatch, when he gets mad, you know it's gone just a little too far. Just a little bit. Really quickly, Mayor de Blasio, this is in passing. This guy is such a total dope. He says, drunk driving, minor offense. No big deal. Minor offense. As long as no one got hurt, it's okay. MAD was not happy. They tweeted out, nothing minor when drunk driving kills or injures 300,000 people a year. That is a slap in the face to victims. De Blasio, he can't win for losing. He's going down in flames. He's going to take down everybody around him. They have circled the wagons around him, but they're slowly peeling off the pioneers from these wagons, and they're unmanned. The whole thing is just, it's a flaming fecal show, and it's fun to watch from here on Long Island. A couple more things, and then we'll be done for today. This is disturbing. This guy, Micah Rhodes. Micah Rhodes is a leader for the group Portland's Resistance. They do a lot of protests, and, you know, they don't really go to work and stuff. They just get up and make signs all day. I mean, inmates at least make license plates. These guys make signs. Half of them aren't even spelt right. Well, he was arrested because, he's a registered sex offender, and he was having relations with an underage boy. Yeah, he's been arrested before, and now the charges are statutory non-forced rape. He met a boy on the dating app Grindr. That sounds reputable. Well, this guy, he's a head of one of these anti-Trump resistance groups, and now he's in jail. And has nothing to do with his political opinions. It has to do with the fact that he's a pervert. So that's that. Next. Oh, this is cool. This is a poll. We haven't done a poll in like 14 minutes. Let's do a poll. Public policy polling, it's typically a very, very terrible polling place when it comes to politics, but they did a Super Bowl poll. I'm not even sure if you can say Super Bowl. Like, no one can say it. They got to say the big game or the big Sunday. You can't say Super Bowl. I don't know. Super Bowl, whatever. Who cares? They said 53% of people polled are pulling for the Falcons. Only 27% want the Patriots to win. However, 52% think the Patriots will win. Only 36% think the Falcons will win. I predict this to be a probably not as high-rated watched Super Bowl as some in the past. Yeah, the Cowboys are the most hated team in the country. 19% of the people polled like the Cowboys. Everybody else doesn't like them. Patriots are second least popular. And they're saying it's because of Deflategate. That has nothing to do with it. All right, guys. Hope you had a good time today. A big thank you to all those serving our country at home and abroad. And a huge thank you to those in the law enforcement community. Thank you for all you do. Thank you for all the hard work. Please keep it up and please stay safe. Have a great day, everybody. God bless all of you. God bless all of your families. And until tomorrow, I'm the Ryno, and I'm out.